In this video, we'll be designing a retro music poster in Photoshop. The first thing to do is create a background. At this stage, all you need to do is create a solid color, like so. I was originally going to create a square border by placing a brighter colored square inside my background, but I ended up scrapping this idea by the end of the edit. Once you've got a basic background, it's time to bring in the images of your band members. For each member, we're first going to go to Image, Adjustments, Threshold, and then use the slider to adjust the exposure as we see fit. Then we'll go to Image, Adjustment, and select the gradient map. Pick an off-black for the left side and an off-white for the right side of the gradient. We're keeping everything in black and white at the moment, just to make things easier to keep track of once we introduce color through textures and blend modes. Here's the fun part. We can now bring in textures and experiment with their blend modes until we get a look we like. To clip a texture onto a layer so that it only affects the subject, make sure the two layers are directly on top of each other. Hold down the Alt or Option key, and then click in between the two layers. Then cycle through the blend modes until you find something you like. While it's great to experiment, the amount of choice these blend modes offer you can be overwhelming. Instead of drifting from color to color, as you see another interesting blend mode, why not create multiple editions of the same poster instead? You can use a whole range of textures, from paper to cardboard to dust and scratches. The poster was lacking story, and things really started to come together when I ditched the square border and began experimenting with a coffee stain texture. The coffee stain itself eventually became a nice frame for my subjects to sit in. Go ahead and add some of these textures to the background too. I decided my band would be called the Commuters, and I began playing with different yellows, oranges, and browns reminiscent of coffee to reflect the theme of the working man they oh so beautifully capture through their music. I also chucked in a signature and the album title on the bottom corners. Finally, I wrap things up with a camera raw filter. And here's the final edit. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.